What is up, crypto fans? So in this video, we're just going to be talking about a bunch of things and what you can expect in March. Are we going to see an altcoin season in March? What exactly is going to happen? Are we going to see interest rate coming down? Are we going to see inflation coming down? There's a bunch of things that could essentially affect your altcoins. You guys can see right here on the on the back of my screen that everything is pretty much in red. We got Dogecoin, Solana, everything Pepe down 40-50%, and that's just literally in the last month alone. Obviously not looking so great. Is this the bottom for Bitcoin? Has Bitcoin bottom? Has crypto bottom? Is this a good time to essentially buy right here? If you guys are in my Discord, I did mention that $87,000 to $78,000 would be a fantastic dollar costing average opportunity. And you guys can see right here, if we actually have a look right here on the on the daily time frame, you guys can see that we came back down to $78,000 exactly. So if you took that long, if you are on my Discord or on my Patreon, you probably made some money. Congratulations. That is literally fantastic. We're going to be having a look at the fear of greed index right here, obviously looking pretty good. We're going to be having a look at the max. Typically when we are in the fear, that's when you want to essentially be buying. When you're in the extreme greed, like we saw last month, that's not really when you want to be buying. That's when you want to be selling. Hence why we saw that massive dump for Bitcoin. We're going to be having a look right here at the USA interest rates. We're going to be having a look right here at the inflation as well. Inflation, US interest rates, altcoin season, total market cap. We're going to be having a look at a bunch of things. So if you guys do like these videos, don't forget to smash the subscribe button, leave a like, turn those notification bells on so you guys never miss a video. So let's have a look. Number one, buy Bitcoin. Okay, so this is Bitcoin. We came down to exactly $78,000. That's Bitcoin on the daily time frame. There's a bunch of things that I want to have a look at. Number one is the MACD. The MACD is looking right now at a historic oversold region right here. I'm talking right here, I mean, since we started this bull market 2024, whenever we're looking at the MACD, it's literally not looking the best. Obviously, can the MACD come back down? Yes, but I would like to see that crossover on the MACD over the regular RSI right here, or over the orange. That would be very bullish on the MACD. If we have a look right here, the regular stock RSI, you guys can see the stochastic RSI. It looks like we bottomed. It looks like we do want to curve to the upside. It looks like we're ready to turn bullish again. But of course, that doesn't mean that we will. We're going to have to see what happens on the weekly time frame, guys. It looks like the weekly time frame is bottoming in, guys. The weekly time frame for Bitcoin is bottoming in, which is obviously very bullish. Now, there's a few things that we do and will talk about at the end of this video, such as quantitative easing and quantitative tightening. What exactly will happen? Are we going to see quantitative easing in 2025? Most likely not, unless we see interest rate coming down or inflation coming down. We're going to have to see what happens. Having a look right here at the total altcoin season chart. For those of you guys who don't know what an altcoin season is, it's when the 75% of top 50 cryptocurrencies are performing better than Bitcoin over the last 90 days. That's what a season is. Now, typically, that's not what we want to see. We really want to see an altcoin year. And you guys can see right here, the altcoin year is looking pretty good. We are consolidating right now on the altcoin year. I would really like to see, altcoins explode on the yearly time frame, not on the 3-season time frame, because season doesn't really mean much. You guys can see right here, we had an altcoin season for literally 2 weeks, not even, for like 3 days, before pretty much coming back down and tanking. This was a fake out for everyone. Another thing that I do want to talk about is ETF inflows. I don't even know how I didn't even talk about that, but you guys can see right here, this is ETF inflows. Pretty much shows you what the outflow or inflow of ETFs are. And you guys can see right here, the month of February was not good. I mean, we had a mass ETF outflows, especially, sorry, let me move my head a little bit, especially towards the end of the month. I mean, we had 539, 1,138, 754. Yes, we did end the month on a positive note with 94.3 Bitcoin inflows, but guys, 94.3 compared to the outflows we had last week is beyond insane. So obviously, that's not the best news. We're going to have to see what happens at the beginning of the week, which should be starting in about 12 hours from now. You guys can see right here that the new week or the new daily candle does start in 11 hours and 25 minutes from now. We're going to have to see what happens and if we could see some change or action right here. Another thing that I do want to talk about, and something that you guys should be careful and, pretty much follow, is these two dates. I'm going to give you guys the dates of the inflation and the interest rate meeting right here, which is supposed to be happening on March 19. So federal interest rate decision right here, Fed interest rate decision will be happening at 6 p.m. GMT time or UTC on March 19, 2025. The forecast is sitting at 4.5, so it looks like nothing will happen. Obviously, if we have a 0.25 or 0.5 cut, bringing interest rate down to 4.25 or even 4%, that's going to be very bullish, not only for Bitcoin but for your altcoins as well. And of course, this is the inflation right here, not interest rate, sorry. Not the best news, guys. We saw what happened last March when pretty much inflation started to come down. Crypto started to go up, slowly. So if we actually have a look at Bitcoin right here, and we have a look at Bitcoin on March, where was March right here? March was right here. So we saw inflation pretty much coming back down. Bitcoin pretty much exploded all the way from $52,000 to $74,000. Altcoins barely pumped, obviously. So if we could obviously something happening like this, that would be very, very good. We bottomed at 2.5, so 2.9%, guys. If you guys remember in August, we went from literally 2.9% to 2.5% and 2.4%. That was really, really freaking good. Then of course November, everyone's like, yeah, Trump is coming in. He's gonna literally lower inflation to 2%. It's gonna be good. That's it. Or Dunzo, bull market is back. What happens? Trump swears in, everything gets wrecked, everything gets destroyed. And I literally told you guys that making money is not this easy. Just because Trump comes in, that does not mean that your market or the crypto market is going to go up 10x. And pretty much that's what's happening right here. Obviously we covered at that. So I would like to see inflation obviously come down, to 2.5, 2.8, 2.7. I doubt we're going to see, 2.5%. But if we do see anything below 3%, you could expect some bullish news on that, some bullish, action. Not enough to pretty much drop interest rate, but it is definitely a step forward, right? So obviously this would be announced on March 12th, so next week. Make sure you guys keep an eye on that at 12:30 p.m. GMT time. February, obviously, that's going to be the inflation data from January. They are expecting a forecast of 3%. So obviously, if we see higher than that, you could expect a lot of volatility. I mean, pump and dump or dump and pump. We always see those type of actions around, interest rate, right? Inflation data. Sorry. So that's my video, guys, for today. Nothing too crazy. I do want to talk about quantitative easing and quantitative tightening. I know a lot of people are like, in order for an altcoin season to happen, we need to see quantitative easing to happen, right? Like we saw during COVID. Now, if we can see your altcoins pump 5%, 10% daily on quantitative tightening, that's going to be very, very good when quantitative easing comes. That means your altcoins, okay, you're already up like 2x in the past year on altcoins, which is literally nothing. But imagine what happens when quantitative easing does come in. You're most likely going to see that 2x flip into 20, 30x. And if you got in early in the time that we're sitting right now, you're most likely going to be making a lot of money. While everyone is making 2, 3x, in the next year or two, you're going to be making 30, 40x. So I think this is a fantastic, fantastic time to dollar cost average, not only on Bitcoin, but on altcoins as well. Not financial advice, but if you guys do like these videos and you guys want me keep making content, make sure you guys smash the subscribe button, leave a like,